Good morning, everyone. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm recommending a strap and a block. You might even want to make a little loop at the end of your strap for your little kids. And let's lay down and get into today's Yin Yoga. Just make sure that your props are nearby for when we do eventually use them. And for now, just settle into the space in which you decided to practice. Start to tune into your breath, long, slow, deep inhales in through your nose and exhales out through your nose or mouth. Try both, see what feels best for today. Find one spot on the ceiling above you, so focus your eyes or simply close them. Relax into the moment, into your breath, and into some stillness. And use your breath as you begin to scan your body 1 inch at a time, one inhale at a time, and notice how and where you're feeling and where are you creating any tension. If you have your hands in a ball or fist, can you relax your hands, relaxing your eyes and your eyebrows, releasing your jaw and your throat. Perhaps you do begin some ujjayi breathing, an intentional slight constriction of the throat, pressing the top of your tongue to the inside of your mouth, right behind your teeth. Keep working your way down your body with your breath to just notice how you feel today. No judgment, no expectations, nothing beyond pride for creating this time for you, for yourself, for your breath, and some relaxation. If you want to set an intention for today's practice, now is a beautiful time to do so. Whether you have an affirmation that you'd like to repeat to yourself, or perhaps just setting a positive intention for the day, like, I choose to be happy. I'm going to do my best today. And whatever I accomplish, it is enough because I have done my best. Even the simple thought of, I love me and I'm so proud of myself. So, anytime that you find your mind wandering during this class to work or other life stress, come back to the positivity, to the fact that you did make this time for yourself today, and embrace it as much as possible. We'll spend about 1 more minute here in our opening savasana. Bring a gentle wiggle to your fingers, to your toes, after that beautiful stillness you just practiced. And then drawing your low belly in, the back starts to press to the floor as you bend your knees, first knees up to the ceiling, and then keeping your low back down on the mat the best that you can. Draw your knees to your chest. As we start to move through some different asanas, some of them might be a little bit uncomfortable. We want to make sure our breath is still our guide throughout all of our stretches. So if you find that a stretch is a little bit too tight or limiting for you, decide what you can and will do. Make sure you still are breathing slow, relaxed, intentionally, and let everything else go from there. So a couple moments here in knees to chest pose. Your knees can be open really wide, or you can work to squeeze your inner thighs in towards each other. If your inner thighs are squeezing in towards each other, and then knees are drawing in towards your chest, a little more stimulation to your low belly digestive system. Wherever you decided to hold on to your legs, check out what's happening with the back of your neck and your chin. If your chin is stretching up towards the ceiling, if there's a lot of bridging from the back of your neck, pull your chin towards your chest. Relax your shoulders to the floor. Sometimes less grip can be more in regards to complete relaxation here. Got about 1 minute to go with knees to chest pose. And in every asana today, we're working our way back to that same super relaxed breath you just enjoyed in that starting savasana. And I hope that you noticed as savasana was coming to a close that your breath is already more relaxed, that your mind is a little bit more quiet and tuned into this moment than when you first came down to your mat. On your next exhale, release the soles of both feet down to the floor. Press into them, shift your hips over to the right, and allow knees to fall heavy to the left for our first spine twist of the day. Hopefully your block is nearby. You can always place your block between your legs, or if it feels good, stagger your legs. That block can still come underneath of your top shin. Arms open wide to the side or wherever feels good for you. And if you want an extra stretch in your neck, shoulders relaxed away from your ears as you turn, twist, look in the opposite direction of your knees. No judgment, no expectation. Wherever your body naturally feels comfortable, relaxed, a stretch in the spine, but your deep intentional breath. Come back to a scan of your body from head to toe. One breath, one inch at a time. What can you relax more? Where have you created a little extra engagement in your muscles that you just don't need right now? For me, I noticed a bit of a squeezing of the shoulder blades, a little squeeze of the glutes, and an extra stretch through the heel that I just don't need while we're completely melting into our mat, into our breath, into this moment. If you turned and twisted your head away from your heart, gently bring your head back in line with your heart. If you staggered your legs, draw your legs back together. Take your time, feel free to use the backs of your arms, your shoulders, the soles of your feet to help you roll over onto your back. Take a moment there, firmly relax your back. Full cycle of breath, long, slow, deep inhale in through your nose or mouth. A long, slow exhale out through your nose or mouth. On your next inhale, find some grounding through your feet, press into them, shift your hips to the opposite side, and allow knees to fall heavy for our spine twist in the other direction. Whole new side of the body. Remember, you've got your block. Maybe you place the block between your legs to help you find that stacking of your hips. Option to extend the bottom leg long, and the block can always help support your top. Find what feels good, whole new side of the body. Do what's right for you. We've got about 3 minutes total in this relaxing, quiet spine twist. Shoulders away from your ears, room for deep breaths in your throat, perhaps back to your ujjayi breathing. Remember, if your eyes are moving, your mind is moving. So find one spot, the ceiling, the back of your eyes. Focus. Breathe. You turned and twisted your head away from your heart. Slowly bring your head back in line with your heart. Roll onto your back. Bring your arms down by your knees can stay bent here. We're going to use our strap and just on your next inhale, send your right leg up towards the ceiling. Go ahead, point and flex your toe a couple times. Take a moment while you're here to really notice the outside of your hips, outside of your glutes, and work as much of your back onto the mat as you possibly can. So try not to roll to one side or the other. Going to make a couple circles with this ankle in one direction, in the opposite direction. One more opportunity to point or flex your toe or create those circles, and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Open that right knee away from your face, starting off with just this big stretch into your front side hip flexor. We're going to keep the left foot on the floor for now. And check back in and notice if you rolled a little bit more to one glute. Did the other glute start to come off of the floor? Can you relax it back down to the mat? Shoulders away from your ears. Elbows can even stretch down towards your hips here. Back of your head on the mat as much as possible. You might even feel a bit of a tugging, pulling sensation in your low belly. A few more breaths as we open the front right side hip. You can start to reach for your strap. If you didn't create a loop at the end of your strap earlier, now's a good time to do so. Simply right by the hoop, sending the strap through. And now there's a spot that you can stick your foot. We're going to loop up the right sole of the foot. And on your next inhale, send it up high to the sky. Once again, relaxing all of your low back, both sides to the floor. And instead of reaching your hands up towards your foot so that your shoulders round, relax the edges of the shoulders back down to the floor. So hands might be close to the bottom of the rib cage, or if you want more of a stretch, you can bring your arms up overhead, back of the hands, still keeping the low back sit bones heavy. If you want even more of a stretch, left leg can start to extend long away from you. And if you find that extending your left leg away feels like too much, or if it makes your low back start to roll or rock off of the floor, you can do less and enjoy more. Find your breath again. Create some stillness. We got 2 minutes here. Back to using your breath. One inhale at a time, notice how you feel. Where is there extra tension? And on your exhale, slow exhale, longer than your inhale. Bring some softness into all those tense spots. On your next inhale, really notice the lower right glute, right low back, press down to the floor. Keep it there. And on your exhale, we're going to gently cross right leg to the left side of the body, but not sacrificing the low back glute coming off of the floor. So you might not even really have noticed your leg move, or perhaps your right heel came a little bit more in line with your left pec or your left armpit. Just a little bit more of a stretch towards the outer thigh. Low belly press down into your back, low back press to the floor, shoulders away from your ears, back of your head relaxed, arms relaxed, chest relaxed. 1 minute left. Next up, we're going to open right leg out wide to the side. Hands might change where they are to help support that right leg coming out wide to the side. And I'm going to take advantage of the wall here and its limitation of the stretch, but still so much stretch on your inner thigh. You might take advantage of using your block underneath of your extended right leg. On your next inhale, use the strap, use your strength Squeeze your inner thighs together and then cross your right ankle over the left thigh again. So if your left leg is straight, you don't need to bend it now. Open your right knee up away from you. You can take the strap off of your right foot and we'll bring the stretch once more into the hamstring, into the glute. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up off of the floor. And notice if you rolled a lot to the right or left, and one more time, really try and equally press your whole low back onto the mat. And you can always reach through and thread the needle, but your shoulders are so delightfully relaxed on the floor as is. So maybe you just use your strap that's in your hands to help you create a bit of a deeper stretch, pulling your left knee towards your chest, still pressing that right low back, right glute towards the floor. Shoulders relaxed away from your ears. Big breaths. You're going to gently release from that bind, so low belly pulled into your back so your leg doesn't fling away. On your exhale, release the left foot down to the floor. On your inhale, send the right leg up to the sky one more time. Point and flex your toe. Make some circles with your ankle in one or both directions, whatever you need. And then relax the right foot down to the floor. Both feet firmly planted. Take a moment, windshield wipe your legs, left and right, left and right. And as you breathe here, notice if one side starts to feel a little different. Right side was stretched out a little bit more than the left. Does it feel a little bit more open? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you just can't quite tell, and that's okay too. Couple more windshield wipes, left and right, left and right. And then find your stillness on your back. Knees still bent, right foot stays planted on the mat. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Relax that left glute back down towards the floor. Lots of pressure on the whole right foot on the mat. Point and flex your left toe a couple times. Make a couple circles. Change direction of the circles. If any of those stretches felt particularly fantastic, give it a go another time here. And then cross your left ankle over the right thigh. Open your left leg away from your face, working to bring those two knees in one line. We're going to enjoy the left side front hip opener. Whenever you want, you can place your strap on top of your left foot and just let it sit there. You might need to bring the strap back through the hooks. Arr, I caught a foot. Okay. Simply relax and breathe. Back of the head comes back down to the mat. Shoulders relax. Focusing on the opening of that front left side hip and everything else melting into your mat space, especially your breath. We're focusing on a whole new side of the body. So remember, whatever happens, happens. You don't have to go as deep on this side as you did on the last, or maybe you're able to create a little bit more depth. Let's find out. On your inhale, send your left leg up high to the sky once again, this time with the strap. And if you were tempted to reach your hands all the way up, allow your arms to sink back down towards the floor, either holding on with your palms close by the bottom of your ribs, or option to inhale your arms up overhead for a little bit more intense of a stretch. Bring the left low back, left glute to the floor. And if you want to, you can always extend your right leg further away from you, maybe even all the way along. One breath, 1 inch at a time, starting at the top of your head or at your fingers above your head. What can you relax a little bit more? What can sink into the mat in your upper back, head, shoulders, glutes with every exhale? Find some heaviness of that left side glute and low back to the mat, and then that gentle little cross of your left ankle to the right side for the stretch on the exterior left thigh into the left hip. I just want to take a moment here to uh, check in and chat about what an amazing thing it is that you've created this time in your day for yourself. Setting an intention is amazing. Making it happen can be really challenging. You should be so filled with pride that you're doing your best here to fill your own cup, to nourish yourself, to quiet your mind, to find stillness in your body, to then really be open to all the other possibilities that the universe has coming your way. So whether you have 45 seconds or 45 minutes for practice, the power and the change that one good breath can bring. On your next exhale, open your left leg out wide to the side. Feel free to use your block. As relaxed as you can be with this deep stretch to your inner left thigh. It's totally normal if some stretches are a little harder for you to create stillness in. Hopefully your eyes are closed and you've been missing the fact that I'm struggling through creating stillness on this side of the body. And that's okay. That's why it's a practice and it's not a perfect. Every day is different. Everyone's body is different. We're just doing the best that we can with the body that we have on this day, in this breath. And who knows, maybe trying the same stretch later in the day or earlier in the morning might result in a completely different feeling. On your next inhale, use your strap, use your inner thighs to squeeze your legs back together. Left leg up towards the sky, and then left ankle crosses over. The right, you can remove the strap. Bend your right leg if it was straightened. Left knee opens up. Low back stays down the mat. As you inhale, your right foot up off the floor. Option to reach through and thread the needle or keep your shoulders relaxed on the mat. Use your back of the head on the floor if you can. Chin towards your chest. Length through the crown of your head. Outer edges of the shoulders on the floor. Can you get your whole spine relaxed on the mat? Even if it's just one vertebrae at a time, see what it feels like to really create pressure in your upper back, upper spine, middle spine, low back. What is trying to come off of the mat? Last time here, check out if you started to do any rolling to one side or the other, how much of your full low back can you get on the floor. Last 2 breaths. On your next exhale, release right leg back down to the floor. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. One more time, point your toe. Flex your foot. Enjoy a circle in one, pardon me, or both directions. Left foot comes back down to the floor. When you're ready, come right into extending your legs nice and long. Heels can touch, toes can fall open, arms relax by your side, or maybe arms come out wide. We're in our final savasana here. Last time together today to scan our bodies from head to toe, from toe to head, and completely relax. Giving yourself this opportunity and permission. So once again, on your exhale, just let go. Thoughts of emotions, things that you cannot control, they don't need your attention right now. But if you set an intention for your practice, go ahead and on your next inhale, breathe that into your heart. And if you didn't set an intention, it's not too late to do so. Or perhaps you just reflect upon something that you have done this day, this week, this month that brings a smile to your face and warmth to your heart. I encourage you to stay here in this final savasana for as long as your body needs. And that might be longer than your mind wants. But how many breaths can you commit to staying here on the floor in complete stillness? That's all the time that we have together for today. But enjoy as much more time on your mat as you want. Until we are together again, I hope you will continue to think good thoughts, speak good words to yourself and others, eat good foods, do good deeds, and create time every day, even just one breath to nourish yourself from the inside out. Because if no one has told you, you are special and you are worth it and you are worthy, and there is no one better to be than yourself. And today truly does have the power to be an amazing day, one breath at a time, one day at a time. We focus on ourselves, we be our best selves, we feel and look and act better. Thank you so much for coming today and sharing your energy with me, with all those around you as you feel your lightest self throughout the rest of your morning. Namaste.